Welcome friends, I am Jayesh Gandhi. I welcome you all to the second tutorial on EDA tools. In the first tutorial, we have talked about the schematic design tool. Today we are going to talk about the PCB tool. So we will divide this into two parts. So in the first part, I intend to cover up the various elements and the various small things which are important for making a PCB. The first thing which is very important when you attempt to make a PCB is the dimensions. You find that each component has got its own dimensions. Each pin of the component has got standard spacing. So you need to understand them. The pins of the components may be thick or thin depending on the current carrying capacities and various other things. Say for example, if you take a quarter watt resistance, then the wires of the resistance, the legs of the resistance will be thin enough. But if you talk about the 1 watt resistance, then the wires will be quite thick. So you have to account for all these things, and therefore we need to understand the dimensions of the components and the PCB very much in detail. And when we talk about the dimensions, then we have to talk about the coordinate plane on which we are going to work. So at the bottom of your screen, you will find the XY coordinates, and when you move the cursor, the XY coordinates are modified. So the question arises that where is the origin of this XY coordinate? You can see that the top left corner is the origin. This square over here is not shaded. All the other three squares are shaded, indicating that this is the origin. You can move the other squares and resize your PCB as per your desire. So if I place the cursor over here, then the coordinates displayed will be 0, 0. If I place the cursor over here, then the coordinates will tell me the size of the PCB. The PCB is 3.8 inch in width and 2.5 inch in height. So that is how you have to understand the dimensions on the PCB. So after understanding the coordinates, now let us talk about the first primary element which we use on PCB, and that is called the pad. What is a pad? A pad is a place where when you insert the component, the lid of the component will pass through the PCB, and around that inserted lid you will be putting up some soldering when you solder the component. So the pad also requires to have an area where you can solder. So for making such a pad on the design tool, you have, say for example, I take this pad, the size is very large. This is a standard pad. You can see the size is mentioned over here. It is 0.2 of an inch, that is the outer diameter, and 0.1 of an inch, that is the inner diameter. Now this is very large as far as the PCB is concerned. The units are generally mentioned in mils. 1 mil equal to 1,000th of an inch. So this is 200 mils, this is 100 mils. The inner diameter is 100 mils, the outer diameter is 200 mils, and the inner diameter will decide the size of the drilling which you need to perform on the PCB. So accordingly you have to select the inner diameter. So on this tool we have variety of pads which you can place. say for example I place a pad like this. This is smaller, half the size. The outer diameter is 0.1 and the inner diameter is 0.035. So 100 mils by 35 mils. Then you can also have some square pads which are used in the PCB. These are round pads, these are square pads. Generally the pin number 1 of the IC uses the square pads. So there also once again the inner diameter 0.079, so it is 79 mils, and the outer diameter is the 150 mils. So these are the standards of pads which are available. You can go through this menu and try to see the pads. Now once if you place a pad and then you find that the size is not correct, then you can go to the properties of the pad and you can modify the pad through these properties. So the selected pad will be modified. The second important element on the PCB which you find is called the trace, which connects the two components. So this is a trace. The trace also can be of various widths as per your desire, depending on the current carrying capacity of the trace and the requirements, various other requirements on the PCB. You can select the width of the trace. Say for example you want very large current to be conducted, and therefore you will put a trace which is very thick, right? So these are the traces on the PCB. Traces are nothing but the copper on the PCB which will connect the two pads. Now if you feel that you want to modify the width of this trace, then you can modify it through the properties of your trace properties. So you can modify the pads, you can modify the traces. Now the manufacturers of this particular software make our life very easy by giving us component modules directly for use, and these modules are called the footprints of the component. So when you will place the component on the PCB, then what type of footprint it will leave, that particular footprint is displayed by this module. Say for example I take an IC which is DIP 14. Select a DIP 14 for the PCB on the PCB. So I want to place a 14 pin IC on the PCB. Then the footprint is readily available. You need not put the pads and make a 14 pin footprint. All you have to do is select this footprint and use it for your purpose. So that makes life very simple, and you find that pin number 1, as I told you, it is a square pad. All the others are round pads. These are the 14 pins, and the distance between the pins is also very much standard. It is an international standard that the distance between two pins is 0.1 of an inch, that is 100 mils. So this is 100 mils, this is 100 mils, and so on. And the distance between these two inlines, these are two inlines, the distance between these two inlines is 0.3 of an inch. So that is 300 mils. And then if you take a 40 pin package, then the distance between the two inlines will be 0.6 of an inch, that is 600 mils. Anyway, so the idea is that ready-made packages are available. You need not worry about the package. You need not worry about the size. The manufacturer of the software has provided you with these packages. So let us select something else. Say for example a diode, and place it. So the diode is there. So now we have placed two components. Say for example you want to connect them, then you can easily connect them. I will have to select a proper width of 30 mils. I am randomly making these connections. This has nothing to do with the actual electrical connections required. So this is the way in which the whole PCB can be developed and made. Now one more thing I want to bring to your notice is that in this particular package we are having 3 layers. 3 layers can be displayed. The one is called the bottom layer, that is the red one which you see over here. Everything displayed in red is in the bottom layer. Then you can also have the top layer which is the green one, the top layer. So if I don't display the bottom layer, then these pins are also found on the top layer, because generally the package will allow you to make a double-sided PCB. So on the top layer also these are available. This is the bottom layer, and the third layer is called the silk screen layer. This is called the silk screen layer. So that is marked in yellow. That will make marks on the PCB. It is printed in white ink on the PCB just to indicate that what component is there, what is the orientation of component, and all other things. So you can also write the number of IC on the silk screen layer so that it will be screen printed on the PCB, and you know what IC to connect, what diode to connect, what is the diode number, and so on. So these are the few important elements on the PCB layout which you will find and which we will use to make the final PCB. So we have talked about the pads, we have talked about the traces, and we have talked about the footprints. It would be interesting at this juncture to again see the various footprints available on the. You can see large number of footprints are made available. So you don't have to worry that what is the pin size or what is the hole size required. Everything is managed in this. You select the correct footprint for your component which you want to use. So that brings us to the end of this session. We have discussed the various aspects of elements of the PCB. What are the different elements you find on the PCB? What is a trace, what is a pad, and what is a footprint. And then you can also have, with the help of these 3-4 things, you can make a small PCB of your interest. However, the subject is very deep and it requires a lot of technology in making the PCB. But if you want to make your PCB for your prototype at home, then this type of package you can use and make the PCB. So please like our tutorials, subscribe our channel, and give the bell icon for all future tutorials. Thank you very much.